Hey guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. My name is Rox, and we're doing a Tomb Raider anniversary. This is the Tomb of Carmoon. Camoon. Yeah, that the obelisk at Camoon. Obelisk. I don't know how to read that. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time, like I said, for watching my video playthroughs. Any support that you guys give me by giving me a thumbs up is very much appreciated. It's the way you guys support me, and it also tells me that you guys like my videos. And if you don't, you know, leave me a comment, maybe letting me know how I can improve.
The obelisk was it's kind of part of what became a sort of theme for the Egypt levels, which was we have a very small obelisk out at the front and a very large obelisk, this super gigantor obelisk here, and the idea of moving the pieces from the giant obelisk and just whacking them into the little obelisk in order to actually open the ski-on room.
When we were sort of trying to come up with a theme for Egypt, we decided early on that we wanted to make Egypt sort of themed around lots of difficult traps. So while we wanted to keep sort of the gameplay and a lot of the rooms very similar to how it was in Tomb Raider 1, we felt that we could spice up long, boring hallways with a good amount of traps, which both made them more interesting and also gave us an opportunity to challenge the player in between sort of the main rooms that they remembered from TR1. So I would say that we've done a fairly good job at making just regular traversal down your average hallway pretty difficult. In Tomb Raider 1, Lara, sort of one of the only difficult things that she could do was make these really large jumps. And so this area was an area where Lara had to sort of leap precariously back and forth between platforms, sort of sticking out along the walls of this room. Now that our current Lara in Tomb Raider Anniversary is way sort of more nimble and attaches to ledges and hangs on a whole lot easier, we had to sort of figure out a way to make a room themed around sort of this large ascent and precarious jumping over a large drop, but still sort of keep it challenging for the player. So we sort of made a fairly more complicated room. We sort of themed around these broken sort of floors of a large chamber that had broken away, and just sort of pillars were remaining that Lara had to traverse up.
So the guys you just listened to talk is what is that? I forget their names. Jason Boda, right? Jason Boda and Toby Gar. I say their names almost on every video. What the heck am I doing right there? I'm like getting hit with arrows. But anyways, they're the creative directors of the original Tomb Raider and also the remake, which is this one right here. And yeah, so every once in a while you'll see me hit these little diamonds that'll open up their audio log, and they'll describe either a level design of the game or, you know, kind of share their thoughts. And I think they're kind of fun, so I hope you guys enjoy those when I do click on those. So you won't just hear my commentary, you'll also hear theirs. Also, I forgot to mention that if you guys have Netflix, they have the sequel to Tomb Raider called the Cradle of Life. And if you guys haven't seen that movie, that's actually one of my, well, of the two Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider Cradle of Life, the Cradle of Life is actually the one I like the most. I don't know why, I just do. I think it's a lot better. But yeah, check it out. It's on Netflix if you guys want to check it out. If you guys want to see it. See Angelina Jolie. She's pretty hot too in that movie. Now there's no shower scene. I know in the first movie, you know, this is the perv in me, but there's a shower scene with her in the first Tomb Raider. In the sequel, there's not much of a shower scene, but there is like a makeout scene with her and this other guy. You know, if you guys are into that voyeurism stuff. Ooh. It almost looked like she glided up there, kind of like Michael Jordan used to do with the baskets and basketball. I hope you guys are enjoying my my series of the Tomb Raider anniversary. I originally wasn't gonna do this because I just didn't think there was such a high interest in the game. But really, after playing the new one and Legends and Underworld, you know, I kind of like. I wanted to see if these games still had magic in them, and yeah, it still does. You can still hold it today. I mean, it still holds up today. You can put it in your system, and it'll grab you from the very start. The new one's very actiony. It isn't as exploring as this one is. This one you can enter temples. You can go all over the place and try to move about. You know, using your grappling hook, scaling walls and stuff. And then the new one is more of a survival game where there's like a whole bunch of bad guys in the game, and you know you have to like find your friends and figure out what the mystery of the island is, because apparently once you're on the island you can't leave. Kind of like Lost. Maybe that's how they came up with the story. But I thought the ending to Lost was just kind of lame. That is my opinion. I didn't like it all that much. If you guys saw Lost, let me know why you thought it was great. You know, here's the funny thing is that I thought Lost was great. At the very beginning, like the first 2 or 3 seasons, it had all these questions. It was very mysterious. It was awesome. It was very compelling too and intriguing. And it was very character driven as well. Like I really got attached to all the characters. But by the 10th season, I mean, what season was it? How many? Did it have 9 seasons? I don't remember. But the last few episodes when they start to reveal that these guys were already dead and there was some sort of purgatory. They were just kind of stuck on there on this island. I don't know. It was kind of lame. I don't know. I felt I was unsatisfied with the ending of Lost. I don't know how you guys felt about it. Let me know. You know, my friend, I have arguments with my friends because he's like always telling me that Lost is the best show ever. And every time that he sees Jack laying on the ground looking up and he sees that plane leave, he gets touched by it all the time. And I'm like, dude, this is lame. It's stupid. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. I don't know why I got into talking about Lost. These temples are big. You know, one of the complaints I have. First off, before I move on, let me just tell you what it is. What bugs me about the Tomb Raider games are these random traps, or these areas that have like these spinning, you know, blades and walls crushing stuff. Like, I mean, is this like a detour for like if people wanted to break in? This is what they would see, because what about the regular people who like, or the the people who used to live here, like that wall? I mean, did they have to deal with that wall almost crushing them, or having to jump on these pillars like this? I don't get it. It reminds me of this scene in Galaxy Quest, where at the very end, the girl and the guy, what was his name? God, Tim. I can't think of his name, but anyways, they're trying to get to the core of their ship, and as they're trying to get there, they come across all these traps that are just kind of like they don't need to be there, but you can tell that the writers had put it there just to create the suspense and the drama and the action. But there was a funny line that the woman delivered. She's like, "Why would they put this here? It doesn't make sense. Why would they do that?" and that always made me think of things like this here on Tomb Raider. It's like, well, why would they make these temples like this? Like, I mean, why? The people must have had a really hard time getting around, or if they worked there. I mean, I just can't imagine them thinking like, hey, you know what? I like to take the day off because I don't feel like dodging blades and walls today. So, you know. Like that. Like me having to activate all those blades. Oh, crap. Forgot all about that. Like, what is the purpose of these blades to be on the wall like that? It's almost like, okay, like that's, you know, that's one of the things I would complain about if I was designing the game. Comes this Yahoo. It's like, look, you know, I get it. You know, we need to create traps, but make them realistic. You know, make them feel like this is something that's either broken of some part, you know, and it's here. But having to dodge these blades just so I can grab on to somebody else, like jump from one wall to another wall and then grab on, it just seems like they were deliberately made because they knew that I would be going through all of that stuff, you know. It seems kind of unrealistic, kind of like the dinosaur. They give us everything. They give us bats, rats, wolves, bears, and then all of a sudden they're just going to throw a dinosaur in there and say, hey, you know, here, let's not put people in here, let's put dinosaurs, because that seems a little bit more realistic. It just doesn't make sense. Look at this, I'm just getting hit. What the hell? I don't even know how I was supposed to go through all of that without getting hit. I honestly don't know. And again, here's another part right here. Like, and oof. That almost looked like I didn't grab there, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Or you guys know what I'm complaining about. If I were to design my own Tomb Raider game, that's what I would do. I would do more of traps that are created from natural occurrences, you know, instead of things like this where they're deliberately designed in order to prevent me from moving forward, and I gotta figure out the time sequence, you know. I just don't get it. And I know it comes a lot from Indiana Jones, because in, what was it, the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, with the whole beginning with him evading arrows, darts, and crushing walls and giant boulders coming down. And also, again, in what was it, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, before he got the goblet, there was these blades where he had to figure out a way in order to dodge it, either by ducking, dodging forward, and doing something else. I forget what he needs to do. But it reminded me so much of Tomb Raider. Here, I had to clear out those guys first before I moved on, because nobody likes to deal with 3 mummies at the same time. Wow, I wasn't trying to jump forward. I was trying to jump off the wall up to the near platform, but I didn't. I'm just glad there was something to grab on the other side. Otherwise, I would have just fallen. That's it, right? Yep. Let's get out of here. Again with these walls. Oh. Gotta get the final one. Arrgh. Okay, one more to go. Yeah, these temples are huge. Very big. More cubes, no more cubes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep talking and say again, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. And if you guys like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. 'Cause your little thumbs up actually helps me out a lot. Lets me know that I'm doing a good job, and it does make me feel good too when I see that one of my videos has received a thumbs up. I'm just starting out too. So, you know, I'm putting out first I'm making the video stuff that I like to put out, the games that I like to play. I'm not the type of person who just kind of gets every game that gets released just for the sake of either reviewing it or just playing it so I can make a video of it. That's not me. I'm a dedicated gamer, so if there's a game that I like, I'll only focus on that game and everything that, all of the content that comes with it, you know. But I'm not the type of person like a lot of YouTubers out there who they play every game that comes out. Well, how do they have time to enjoy the game unless they just play the campaign and then they're done with it? But what about the multiplayer stuff? And it seems like a lot of games are coming out with multiplayer, but you know, it just seems like there isn't a lot of support on the multiplayer stuff from the YouTubers because they're too busy putting out games that get released every week. And I'm not that type of person. I don't like doing that. If there was one thing that I did kind of wish I had a little bit more interested in, though, is the sports games, like Madden and stuff, and the NBA and the NFL, and just, you know, just put something out like games, and because I hardly see any of that stuff on YouTube. It's mostly the standard stuff that's very popular today, like first-person shooters. Or IPs that are already popular, like Tomb Raider, BioShock, you know, or licensed games like Aliens and stuff. Make a long dive from up here. This one was kind of scary because I thought I was going to hit the platform and she was going to die, but I ended up hitting the wall and I ended up making it into the water, so I was pretty happy about that. You guys will see that too. And there you go. It's a nice swan dive. Maybe they'll bring back the swan dive in the sequel to Tomb Raider 2013. I don't know what my plans are for tomorrow. Might go visit family, have dinner at their place. Well, I gotta go to church. Oof. I'm gonna have to go to sleep early tonight. That's the last piece. Now, if you guys decide to play Tomb Raider and you guys get lost and don't know what to do next, you know, I invite you to come back to my videos. I'm going straight through them, and if you guys get stuck somewhere, you know, just kind of look at my videos and hopefully I'll guide you right through the levels that you guys are stuck in. As far as finding the relics and the treasures and stuff, you might want to try doing that yourself, because there's a lot of fun just to explore the temples. Alrighty then. I got confused here. I'm like, is it this way? No. No, it's the other way. And again, here we go with the whispers. Ash, it just creeps me out. I feel like there's something there with me every time I hear that. And I think I fight a centaur just outside this door here, so that's what I'm getting ready. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. What I wanted to, when I saw this guy, I figured, you know, he would charge me, I would shoot him with a one-shot kill, and then dive into the water. But I just wasn't close to the water, and the centaur kept hitting me every time that it got close to me, and I tried diving. I don't know, it wasn't working. Like, here it is again. I just like took it. I didn't even try to dive. I swear, but I actually did. I tried to dive into the water, but I think I finally get it on this part here. Right there. I don't know why I didn't get that the first time, but whatever. At least I did it.
No. No.
Hey, remember when Lara used to say that? No, every time you got it wrong, just like right here. Well guys, we're coming to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching it. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and if you want to see more stuff, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on another Tomb Raider video. Later.